if you fail at your appeal, I am going to jail for the amount of times that I tell Rukshan to go back to where he comes from. But one thing I can see with you from your history in politics is that you don't change based on how people react to you. You stand on the principle. And I, as a Jew in Australia, yes, I'm a conservative Jew, but as a Jew in Australia, I'm grateful for that. I thank you for standing up for what is right and not what, at least online, is perceived as more popular. Because I've seen a lot of people on the right who have done that. And I've looked at them and gone, I know you know better. And I get it that the establishment Jewish community hasn't been on your side. And I hope that shifts. And I hope that this case, I hope they do get behind it.
We are multiracial, but we must, end of the day, be Australians. And that's why I've stood up and I've proudly shown the Jewish symbol in the parliament and worn proudly. And I'm the only one. And I've defended the Jewish community because to me, they are Australians and should not have been treated the way they were. And the way that the premiers and the police have handled the whole situation with these protest rallies to allow to go on should not have been allowed. And it's disgraceful. The Greens, I've got no time for any of them whatsoever. And I call on the Jewish community. You actually have an opportunity now to get together to actually then fund this case of mine, but not only that, to actually at the next election, I'm going to do my utmost to actually get rid of Maureen Faruqi of winning that last seat in the Senate in New South Wales. And I call on the people in New South Wales, do not vote for the Greens if you value freedom of speech and way of life in this country, because she will continue to push it for another 6 years after that to destroy everything that is Australian. So to those people out there, you know, it's about time you got up and really fought for what you believed in, because we're getting to a stage now that we will not be able to turn it around.
Especially in Melbourne over the last couple of days with these protesters so-called wanting to, well, they did actually, even after they said they wouldn't, they gate crashed the Maya mural, the windows, the Christmas windows, where there were children there and families there enjoying a, like you were talking about before, Senator Hanson, a tradition, you know, a Western tradition perhaps, celebrating Christmas in this way, even if it's commercialized, it's a part of, you know, the Western tradition of celebrating Christmas with families and children and doing all types of activities, and we should be able to do that.
It comes down to strong leadership. So where is the leader? Where's the Premier of Victoria telling the police and head of the police, and they shouldn't have to. Head of police understand this should not be allowed. So you round them up and you actually charge them. You send in the police and you stop it from happening. And that's what I'd be doing. They wouldn't have a chance of actually even protesting there for 5 minutes, because I'd have it shut down immediately. None of this rubbish would be allowed to happen. Until you get strong leadership, people are prepared to actually take action. You've got to... I keep putting this to people, stop voting for political parties just because your parents voted for them. Understand who the hell you're voting for. Understand their morals and principles. Are they right for this country? Because at the end of the day, you're going to have to wear it. They'll go home to the ivory towels. They don't have to live it. You do. You, the people. So you are in control. I'm trying to empower people. You are in control of that pen at the ballot paper. Make sure you use it wisely, because I'll tell you now, once I'm out of here and once we don't have One Nation representatives with the values and core principles of what we are as Australians, no one will stand up for you to the extent that I have over this past nearly 30 years. So you think twice about it.
If you enjoyed this little snippet of our latest episode of the Opposition podcast, make sure to check out the entire conversation at theopposition.show. And while you're there, bookmark the page to catch our next episode live at 7 p.m. Melbourne time this Thursday. Go to theopposition.show now.